Hi, welcome to Living Life Recovery. I want to share with you today a couple of stories. The first is out of a book, and it tells the story of Abraham Lincoln and how he purchased a slave girl just before the end of slavery, with the sole purpose of setting her free. And after he paid the money, he actually went to her and gave her papers and said, "Here you are, you're free to go wherever you want, to do whatever you want." And she didn't really understand what was going on, so she said to him, "Do you really mean that I can go wherever I want and do whatever I want?" He said to her, "Indeed you can." And she said to him, "Then, if I'm free to go where I want and do what I want, then I will spend the rest of my life serving you." And it's the same with our relationship with Jesus Christ. When he bought our freedom on the cross, he gave us our papers of freedom to be and do what we want. And I don't know about you, but to me, the price that Jesus paid means that I want to serve him for the rest of my life. The next is actually a reading from the Life Recovery Bible, which basically talks about important moments in our lives. Life's moments that often change our destiny. Often times when we are confronted with how powerless we are because of the events of our past. Moments that will either destroy us forever or set a new course for our lives. And the reading that I'm reading today is actually about Paul, and how Paul took it upon himself to rid the world of Christians. And as he headed down the Damascus road on his mission, a light suddenly appeared to him, and he fell to the ground and heard the voice saying to him, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? I'm Jesus, the one you're persecuting. Now get up and go into the city, and you will be told what you are to do." So he got himself up off the ground, and he found that he was blind. So his companions led him by the hand to Damascus, and he remained there blind for 3 days, until for that time he went without food and water. He was suddenly confronted with the fact that his life wasn't perfect as he had thought, because Saul believed that he was growing up the right way. He was a very religious man who believed that his way of doing things was the right way to do things. He was self-righteous in his own trademark, but by letting go of his illusions of power, he became one of the most powerful men ever. And when we are confronted with knowledge that our life isn't perfect, that we've been blind to some issues in our lives, we need to learn to become willing to be led in recovery, just the same as Paul was led by Jesus, because it's through giving our life to God and trusting him that we will become the people that all of us want to become. Recovery for all of us is a choice. No matter how you came to be in recovery, the fact is you are in recovery. And You now need to make a choice of whether you're going to get serious about recovery or go back to using. Following God is also a choice. And I don't know, I believe that everybody in recovery at some point comes face to face with God. And it's at that time that we have to decide to follow or not follow. And the choice that we make at that time determines whether we're going to stay sober or not, whether our lives are going to change or not. I want to encourage everybody listening to this video, watching this video, that when you come face to face with God in recovery, and you will, you make the choice to follow Him. Because from my own experience of recovery, following Him is far greater than anything I could ever imagine in my life. Thanks for listening.